So one friend of mine had just given birth. So baby was around, I think, 1 month or 4 weeks to 6 weeks postpartum. And I remember asking her, "How do you feel now that baby's here?" And she told me, "Well, 1 minute I'm excited, another minute I'm happy, another minute I'm crying, another minute I'm anxious." And in my mind, it just hit like, okay, my friend is going through what they call baby blues. You may have had it from fellow mamas, fellow friends, but sometimes as women, we keep it in and we feel like I'm not supposed to feel this way because having a baby, becoming a mother is such a huge, beautiful, transformative experience that if you were looking to be a mother for a long time, you feel like I'm supposed to be now super grateful. I'm supposed to be just happy that baby is here, but I'm having these mixed emotions and then you keep it inside. But I want to tell you that this is common. Feeling these emotions are common. And after you give birth, actually, your hormones, the estrogen and progesterone hormones, have a huge shift. They were up here and they drop, the levels drop, and that may trigger something in your brain that causes this change and shift of moods. I'm here, I'm Coach Anita. I just jumped into it. I'm Coach Anita and I'm a birth coach, and I help expectant moms to have positive trauma-free birth experiences. I have experience of like 6 years or actually 8 years in the medical sector, but currently the past 2 years I've been working with women one-on-one, equipping them with tools and skills that they need to manage their pregnancy and birth and postpartum in the most healthiest way possible. So of course you've seen that today's title, it's postpartum blues and postpartum depression. What is the difference between both of these things? And as I was telling you the story about my friend, baby is currently also almost 2 years, but postpartum blues happens normally around day 2 postpartum, and it can last up to day 14. And it lasts for a few hours in the day. It may happen daily, but it's just it's a mixture of emotions that happen in a few hours in the day. Maybe mom was just sitting down and then out of nowhere she's crying, or she's just normal, like she's in a composed state and then she's laughing hysterically, or she's just super like with so much gratitude and like all these feelings that come through like out of nowhere, and it lasts up to around 14 weeks or like the first few weeks, and then it goes away. So this is what, if you see this happening with your friend, with your partner who's just given birth, know that that's postpartum blues. And then postpartum depression, what is the difference between the two? So between the two, we've seen that postpartum blues goes away quickly. It's just this change of emotions, this mood swings that happen few hours in the day. But now postpartum depression becomes a more kind of like a chronic condition. It's actually a medical condition whereby mom is now maybe even it can even happen up to 1 year post birth, and mom has not yet recovered in the sense. Let me look at the symptoms properly. So the symptoms of postpartum depression are more aggressive than these ones of the postpartum blues. And mom may feel like they have a loss of pleasure or interest in the things that they used to enjoy. Mom may eat more or less than usual, maybe always anxious, always wondering, always thinking. The intrusive thoughts that may come through is am I going to be able to keep this baby alive? Is baby breathing well while baby is sleeping? These intrusive thoughts that come through. She may have a feeling of feeling guilty or worthless through this experience of motherhood. She may be excessively irritable or angry, sad often, a lot of fear around not being a good mom or fear around leaving your baby alone. And the way it grows into the sense that mom may also not be able to take care of herself physically. As you've seen, she's eating too much or she's not eating at all. She doesn't want to take care of appearance or even just take care of baby. And when you see it going to that stage, you want to know that you need to just take the new mom and support her more, be close to her. And when it gets to the point where she wants to even start harming herself or baby, she needs to go to the doctors and get medical support. So why does this happen? What are the risk factors for postpartum depression? We've talked about the one that is common. Actually, wanted to say these statistics: 1 in 7 women who have given birth, who are going through postpartum, experience postpartum depression. So it is one thing I would like to encourage women. If you're like preparing, I know the ladies in my course, in my Thriving in Birth program, I get to tell them to write a list of things. First of all, write a list of things you like doing, so that when you have time and you kind of rested, you can get to do those things. Secondly, write a list of people you can call during your postpartum time. As much as you're saying we want you to rest, it may be a time where there is less contact with the outside world because you're just taking care of your newborn at home. So write a list of those close friends you can call to talk about anything you're experiencing, so that you can have support from those people. But also, I'd like to add this thing: write a list of postpartum depression signs and give it to your partner. If your partner, that is your husband, your boyfriend, whoever you're living with close at the home, give it to your mom, give it to your close friend who you know would come through and help you in that time of need, and tell them to watch out for those signs. Because of course you're going through it, you don't get to see it, and you're not able to identify it. Of course, you may feel like something is off, but when it gets to be worse, you don't get to see it. People outside in your safe space are the ones who are able to identify, oh, she's not been eating, she doesn't want to bathe or go out for a walk or feed the baby. There's something wrong here. So write that list down when you're preparing your postpartum care plan, and give it to your people, to your close people, who will be able to identify and be like, oh, I think she needs more support. So, what are the risk factors of postpartum depression? We talked about the change in hormones, a previous experience of depression or anxiety in your like medical history, it's the stress involved around taking care of a newborn or just being a new mom. Sometimes having a challenging baby who cries more than usual. Sometimes babies have colic or there may be special needs babies, and so mom gets. There's also this added frustration around taking care of a newborn, and also not having support. So for the most part, we want mom to be able to rest. First of all, let's first see how we can now we've known some of the symptoms of postpartum depression. We know like the risk factors, what can cause a mom to have postpartum depression. You've seen 1 in 7 women have this, so it's something we need to understand. And I was listening to some ladies' postpartum stories, and she was sharing how she was not getting enough sleep. So for her trigger was she was not rested. She was super fatigued throughout this experience, and she had to shift in the sense of asking help from her people to come through and give her more time to sleep. Someone would be able to carry the baby, and she would get time to sleep without worrying, is my baby okay? Urge moms, please don't go through this experience alone. If there are mom groups around the area that you're in, please join those mom groups. It's very good to sit around a circle with fellow women and just hear their stories and know that to navigate feeling these feelings of they're not feeling worthy, they're feeling guilty, they're feeling frustrated. How do they navigate this? Another thing, as I was telling you about, telling ladies to have a list of things that they can do that is refreshing into their mind. One thing is to add movement in your daily life. So I was talking about going out for a walk. If you're not in an area where it's safe for you to go out for a walk, just put in the postpartum yogas online on YouTube. You can join the Body Ready Method. There's a group called Body Ready Method, which has postpartum recovery programs. You can sign up for them, and you get to do movement each and every day, which, we talked about the hormones shifting. This one gives you those feel good hormones that will help you now start feeling as yourself little by little. Another thing is eating healthy, hydrating as usual, but also having the support of your people around to help you take care of baby or take care of the daily runnings of the home, as you don't want mom to feel overwhelmed because she also has to take care of groceries, take care of the cleaning around the home, take care of laundry. There's some things we would hope that you would take out of your plate and give it to the people around you to support you during this time. And then lastly, when you feel like you can't get out of the cloud that you're in, and it's now nearing to the point where you start feeling the intrusive thoughts are more than usual, or you start feeling like you want to harm yourself, this is the point where we would urge the people around you and you to actually seek medical support, have a therapist to talk to and unpack these feelings that you have. And we wish you all a supported postpartum time. I hope this video got to shine a light on what postpartum blues is, on what postpartum depression is, on what the causes may be, and how you can navigate it slowly by slowly as you continue healing and as you continue in your journey. So you can kindly follow my YouTube page, hit like, hit the subscribe button, follow on Instagram at the GP Birth Coach, and I hope to see you here next time as we continue having these conversations around supporting women, around empowering each other in the birth space, pregnancy, postpartum, all of this good stuff. Thank you for being here. Peace. Keep on thriving, Mama.